Welcome to Union High School. I'm Mark Winterton, and we've got a fun one tonight as the Judge Memorial Bulldogs come into town, take on the Union Cougars here in Roosevelt. As they get ready for the national anthem here. We're still waiting for the Cougars, actually. Union Cougars, coached by Coach Matt Labrum, and the Judge Memorial Bulldogs, coached by James Cordova. He's been coaching them for, I think this is his 14th year, so he's been here for quite some time. And we actually were able to catch up with old Coach Cordova, getting some keys from the game for Judge Memorial. His big thing was establishing the run game, which of course they run the triple option, so it's going to be a lot, and you're going to see probably 75 to 80% run tonight. Also, their special teams, they want to improve those as they've struggled with those in past games this year. And they want to, the other thing he said is we need to stop Union from successfully throwing the ball. So Cougars on the other hand, we were able to catch up with Coach Labrum. There's our captains as they head on out to the field. Get ready. As far as our captains for the Cougars, I got the keys after that, but Chase Burchell is number 3. Number 2 is Lincoln Labrum. 53, that's Loney Latui. 54 is Tavita Kafusi, and 32, Jerem Miller. For the Judge Memorial Bulldogs, number 32 is Parker Edgington. 58, that's Casey Randazzo. Number 20 is Zachary Thomas. And I think the other one is number 11. That's Milburn. That's Caden Milburn. So we'll see what the toss here. While we wait for that. The keys to the game for the Cougars. Well, Matt Labrum, Coach Labrum, said, of course, play great defense. And then we know that's got to be a big thing. Last week they were run all over the field by Grantsville, as the team just had a hard time defensively stopping that ground game. And they're going to have to do that tonight against Judge Memorial to win this game. Play great defense. That is the number one key of the game. Value the football is the second one. No interceptions, no fumbles. Hold on to that ball and win the fourth quarter. Cougars, if they can play great defense tonight and stop this ground game, we'll see them hopefully come out victorious against Judge Memorial. There's the flip. See who won the toss. Looks like it is Judge Memorial that won the toss. They will defer to the second half. That means the Cougars will receive, and so Judge Memorial will kick off to the Cougars as they pick sides. Cougars are going to take the south end zone. Or I guess Judge is taking the north end zone, actually, is how it goes. And so we are ready to get going. Lights are on, and this brisk fall evening. Boy, it turned off cold, didn't it? And we're not quite to October, but pretty much, I guess. It's time for our national anthem, though, and we're going to keep you right here for our national anthem as Max Ames and Anna Ames will be singing that national anthem.
We invite you to stand in respect and honor for a great flag of the United States of America located in the southwest corner of the field.
So we will now. That's a big thanks to our sponsors too. Remember to thank them: L&L Motors, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Savage Services, Stickman, and Sunbelt Rentals. Here is your national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so
Thank you, cheerleaders. Thank you, Max and Anna.
Let's play ball, right? Yeah, it's go time. Union Cougars coming into this game as they're 3-3 on region play, or sorry, 3-3 on the season, 1-1 in region. They lost to Grantsville last week, but they beat Carbon the week before. So 1-1. This is a huge game to them. Judge Memorial, the same time, also coming into this game 1-1. They beat Emory, lost to Morgan, and so Judge, both Judge and Union fighting for that basically second place spot. Grantsville, of course, right in the mix, as currently Morgan is 2-0 in region play. Well, Judge Memorial, they finished the season last year 0-10. 0-10. Horrible season for them, but they were also in a bigger region in the 3AA North, and so they finished their region, of course, 0-7. Did not qualify for the playoffs, which they've done for so many years, and in fact, they've got a ton of state titles. And under Cordova, I want to say they've got 3 state titles, but they did have back-to-back state championships back in 2013, 2014, of course, 10 overall. So this Judge Memorial team, always a tough program as they come in to take on the Cougars here. Number 30 to kick. That's Guzman, Tinoco Guzman for Judge Memorial. Back to receive for the Cougars, Chase Burchell and Gage Roberts. Burchell, just a junior. Roberts, a senior. And there's lots of players on this Cougar team that are juniors. They're a fairly young team. You're going to see a lot of them back next year, which is always exciting, especially the line. I think most of the linemen are actually going to be back next year for the Cougars. As we get started, there's Guzman with the kick. And that one going to bounce out of bounds, and so the Cougars. We're going to take over this one on their own 35-yard line. Again, bringing you live coverage of high school sports here in the Basin, VTV and Strata Networks. Strata Networks, they're proud to help bring you this live coverage of local sports. And you can enjoy reliable coverage and unbeatable speeds from the company that brings you more local cell sites than any other carrier, nationwide 4G LTE coverage, and the latest devices from your favorite brands. As the Cougars come out with their spread offense, dual receivers to both sides. That's Labrum in the backfield in the gun with Miller lined up behind him. As he'll take the snap and give to Miller. Miller not finding a nice little hole there. Good blocking, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first. So the Cougars get this one up to their own 46-yard line.
That's our first Cougar.
Running receivers for the Cougars. Chase Burchell and Easton Roar are these near side receivers. Far side, Chase Berlin and Gage Roberts. And it's going to be another run to Miller, and Miller breaks the free. He's off across the 40, the 30. Can he be caught? He is going to get caught inside the 10. And that just shows the agility of Miller. He's able to break some tackles. He's able to move side to side, make the moves. But I guess the biggest thing was the line. The line opening up a huge hole, and I'd love to see a replay of that. But there's not going to be any replay tonight. So it is first down. We'll possibly get a replay on that one here just a little bit later. As now Lincoln Labrum is going to go ahead and fake it to Miller, and he takes it in. Touchdown for the Cougars. And boy, the Cougars getting the run game going early, and they score first. Lincoln Labrum now we'll see if Lane can add the extra point here. It's Braden Nebeker to hold.
Braden Nebeker to hold. Lang to kick.
Neberker also held last week,
Garrett Harding.
and he gets the
Kick is
snap.
up.
Good.
Kick is good.
Cougars have struggled a little bit with their extra points, and a lot of it's just to get the ball and get it set. Neberker seems like he's got steady hands. He's able to catch that ball and put it down really quick for Lang. Lang puts this one up. And that's a small job that you think about is actually a fairly difficult job. You got to get the ball, you got to get it set before the defenders come through. And Neberker's done a good job with that. And so Lang adds the one, and we got Cougars on top 7-0 over Judge Memorial. Now we'll see how the Bulldogs respond. Again, running the flex option. It's the triple option. It's one of those difficult offenses. As we're going to check out this replay, here's that run to Miller. Breaks free. Nice little move on number 19, and he is off, but number 23, and then that's also number 25 that caught him there. And that just shows the agility of Miller. He's able to. Hey, how about this? He's able to move side to side, make the moves, but I got an updated score. The biggest thing was the line. Utah State and BYU, of course, playing. The Cougars and the Aggies. And I am an Aggie, so of course I'm cheering for Utah State, but I grew up for a BYU fan. So it's kind of a difficult one. Now BYU up in the beginning of the second, it's 21-7. BYU is Miller kicking this one. It's going to land about the 4. How about Colby Gurr, the sophomore, making that hit on Dang.
These Cougars are fired up.
Dang. Looked like he was able to get to the 22.
First and 10 on their own 22.
And now, interestingly, it looked like Edgington came out injured, and so they are going to have a different quarterback in there. Looks like they're running Milburn in the pistol. Milburn in the pistol, and he is dangerous. And he's going to give to Charles? No, that is number 28. 28 is Charles. Sorry, that is Charles. Charles, pick up 5 yards. Brinkerhoff on the tackle there.
5 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd and 5.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Bulldogs. Milburn in the pistol again. Brings Charles in motion, and he gives it up the middle to Thomas.
Number 20 is Thomas.
Thomas is going to get a couple.
Tackled by Brock Brinkerhoff and Lonnie Lutui.
So it'll be 3rd and short now for the Bulldogs.
A pickup of 3 yards, 3rd and 2.
We'll see if the Cougars can get a big defensive stand here, as they're playing a 4-man front. Milburn in the pistol. Charles comes in motion, and he gives to Thomas again. Thomas trying to find some room. Did he get the first? We'll see where they spot it. No, he did not. It's going to be just a yard short. And so we'll see what the Bulldogs decide on such a short 4th and short. Well, the first thing you do is try and get Cougars to jump if you decide to go for it, and then you take a timeout and then punt it, right? Nope, they're going to come right out with the punt team. And the Cougars will bring their punt team on. Back to receive, we got Lincoln Labrum and Chase Burchell for the Cougars. On a 4th and 1, watch for a fake punt here, as this one goes back to the punter. And the punt is off. End over end. Burchell's going to pick it up. Getting out to almost to midfield, so a nice little return there. But how about the Cougar defense? Stopping Judge Memorial on the opening drive is huge, especially after getting a touchdown. You get the momentum going your way, and now the Cougars have an opportunity to go up by 2 scores. As you notice, their running game is doing very well. So an update, it looked like Utah State was going to kick a field goal. BYU blocking that, so still 21-7 there. Cougars right, trips right as they give it to Chase Berlin. And Berlin makes a move. He's across the 40. The 30, he gets trapped pulled out of bounds there by Hester. Number 44 got a hold of his jersey, but what a move there by Chase Berlin. Berlin, the player of the game last week, as he made some huge moves down at the end in the last drive of the game for the Cougars. Not only that, but he had a nice touchdown pass in the first quarter. As now Lincoln with 5 receivers rolls left, puts it up to Rohr, but this one is overthrown.
Pass intended for Rohr.
Rohr's got some speed, and I kind of expected him to put in the afterburners right there, catch up to the ball, but unable to do so.
Makes it a 2nd and 10.
As now Miller will come back in. So they'll go back to 4 receivers. They're going to go trips left. Berlin, Rohr, and Burchell this side. Labrum takes the snap, and he's going to give to Miller. Miller bouncing off his blockers. It's turned around and finally brought down, but after a gain of about 6. So another good pickup there by Miller as the running game is continuing to work here for the Cougars. I think they've established the running game now. Can you establish the running game after one drive? A drive and a half, maybe. Okay. Dual receivers to both sides. Labrum's going to roll right. And now he goes downfield to Berlin. Berlin going up. Had a hand on it, but unable to bring it in. That's a tough catch. Really is. He's defended there by Dang. And so it'll be 4th down, and the Cougars are going to kick a field goal. Now, this is going to be a 40-yard field goal. And we'll see what Chase can do. Now he hit a 39-yard field goal. I think that was against Carbon. As this one gets set, the kick is up. Is it good? And it is. How about that? He hits a 40-yard field goal. Chase Lang is 2 for 2 on field goals this year. And the Cougars are up 10-0. We're going to go away to a quick break.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
Mark Winterton, and we are back. VTV bringing you live coverage of Uinta-Basin High School sports, and it's Union Cougars tonight against the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. If you just missed it, Lang just hit a 40-yard field goal, and the Cougars are up 10-0 on the Bulldogs. As we get ready to kick, Miller to kick. He's had a lot of touchbacks, and how about that? He's going to get another one. He has been money with that leg as far as kicking distance. And then, of course, Lang comes in and kicks the field goals. He's the accurate one. They use Miller just to use it for his leg. I think it's that reconstructed leg. It's something about it being bionic. And so, Judge Memorial coming back out. Now, again, they are without their starting quarterback. Number 32, Edgington. It looked like he was injured. He was one of their captains. He had come out, but looked like possible knee injury there. And so Milburn, one of their star running backs, is filling in the pistol there, and he's going to keep it himself. Milburn takes it left side, and he just runs into a bunch of tacklers, but pushing forward, He gets 7 yards. So still a pretty good pickup. And Milburn's going to be trouble. Cougars are going to have to make sure they corral him because he has some speed to get to the corner and, of course, to get into the secondary. And if he can get past the secondary, he's gone. As they bring a man in motion, Milburn again, I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like maybe he had lost control of the ball. From here, it looked like he had kind of fumbled with the ball there in the backfield. As Evan Percival comes out, Cougars are going to go with a 3 front on 3rd and 5. As now the Cougars showing blitz. Bring a man in motion, and Milburn's going to take this around the right side. He tucks it, and you know he's running it. He's going to get knocked out of bounds there, and he will be short of a first, and so it's going to be 4th down now for the Bulldogs. Cougars forcing the Bulldogs to go 3 and out. 2 drives in a row. We'll see exactly what happens here. As Judge Memorial does bring on the punt team, but again, in high school, man, you got to watch for fake punts. You got to watch for all of it. Screwy plays as this one is up, and Lincoln Labrum will call for the fair catch there at the 42-yard line. Where are they going to call that? And so the Cougars offense back on the field. First drive, they were able to go the distance, scoring a touchdown. In the second, got a personal foul against the Cougars. And it looks like they're going to give this one back to Judge. I guess that's why I said don't speak too soon, or did I say that? I think I said that. Oh, but it's after the punt, and it's not against the punter, and so it's assessed after the fact. So they take it from the 40. Probably a 15-yard penalty is going to take this one back to the 25. So Cougars starting on their own 25. Second drive, of course, the Cougars able to go down the field, kicking a field goal. And not just any field goal. It's a 40-yard field goal. Pretty decent by high school standards. Labrum comes out. 5 receivers. He brings Burchell in motion, and he's going to give to Burchell around the right side. Burchell gets to the corner. Gets past number 19, makes a move, and he's off to the races. Can he get past number 23? 23 tries to push him out of bounds. He wants him called out of bounds, and Burchell's going to take this one 75 yards. The Judge Memorial Bulldogs are saying he stepped out here at the 32. We'll have to watch that one again. How about this on replay? He brings Burchell in motion, and he's going to give to Burchell around the right side. And Burchell making a nice move past number 19 there. Charles, number 20, gets past, actually that's Thomas, sorry, Thomas. There they want him stepped out. They said he stepped out. As Lane comes in to kick, Nebeker to hold. And it's good, and the Cougars are on top, 17-0 early here. 6:54 left to go in the first, and we're back after this break.
Cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Mark Winterton live here in Roosevelt as the Cougars taking on the Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming into town And they are without their starting quarterback. I will mention that. But Cougars are up 17-0, able to shut the Bulldogs down offensively. Cougars have been great defensively. And they've put up 17 points already here in the first quarter. As this kick, going to be taken by Charles. He drops it, but he does pick it up about the 1. And look at his speed come out as he jumps over a defender. He's going to get out to the 30. Great return there by Charles. Looked like Carter Winterton there on the tackle. And so the Bulldogs will come back out. Their third drive of the game. And so far they've gone 3 and out both possessions. Milburn in the pistol. Brings a man in motion, and he gives to that man, and he gets well, completely stopped there. That was first Eastern Roar got a hold of his jersey, and then it was Tavita Kafusi that ran him over. Cougars making a huge tackle there for a loss. 5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 15. As you can see this one on the replay. Look at that as Eastern Roar comes in, gets a hold of him, and Kafusi finishes him off. Milburn in the pistol. Again, bringing a man in motion. He's going to give to Thomas, and Thomas finds room up the middle. And Cougars unable to wrap him up, and Thomas is out to the races. Gage Roberts closing in on him, and he finally gets him down. And the Bulldogs have their first big play on offense. Thomas, a senior running back, and he is a big old boy as far as running backs go. One of their leading runners on the team.
Thomas finds room up the middle.
But Thomas made a nice move up the middle and just brushed off those arm tackles. As we got a flag here. I think it was a offsides against the Cougars. So a 5-yard penalty.
First and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
Cougars needing to keep their cool here as they've got a 17-0 lead early. And defensively, they have been able to stop Judge Memorial with ease. As Milburn now fumbles the snap, but guess what? Look at that pickup by number 25, making the most of it. 25 is Dang, and I always forget that. How can I forget the name Dang? In fact, his name's not just Dang, it's actually Dang Dang. I don't think you can forget that one. Dang Dang with a 2-yard pickup. Milburn's definitely patting him on the back saying, thank you, Dang Dang. So 2nd and short, Milburn with the snap in the pistol, and he breaks free, he gets past Roar, was that Roar? And I think it's gonna be a tackle for a loss again there. So Milburn unable to find anything defensively. The Cougars just mauled him. And so on 3rd and 6, Milburn again in the pistol here from the Cougar 28-yard line. He brings Charles in motion, takes the snap, he's gonna roll left, and he's gonna throw. He's got a man, was it caught? It's Charles, it's gonna be not enough for the first down. But they are going to rule it a catch. Completed pass there. Milburn to Charles for a few, and so it'll be 4th and 3. I imagine you'll see the Bulldogs go for it here at the Cougar 26-yard line. Unless you got a kicker. One thing about Judge is in the past, you know, they've been able to recruit some of those top-notch athletes. As Thomas gets it, he tries to find something, and he dives for it. He does get the first. Couldn't find anything there in the backfield. Bounced off his lineman. His lineman held the blocks, and then he just popped it out and popped it around the left side. Just bounced it around to the left side, and they get the first down. So Judge Memorial keeping this drive alive. Milburn, he's going to keep this one. And that's Gage Roberts making a nice stop in the backfield. Milburn tried to jump him, but he'll be stopped for a no gain. Be second down. Well, I got another update for you. How about this? I'm getting some good updates. Pick six by Utah State, 21-14, but BYU's second string QB, Hodge, Bo Hodge is out with a concussion, and so Coy Detmer Jr. has come into the ballgame. Coy Detmer, actually the brother of Ty Detmer. He actually played his ball, I want to say Texas A&M. Anyways, his son there at BYU is now playing. And another pass to Charles. And it's Braden Neberker to quickly find him, wrap him up, and take him down.
Braden Neberker on the tackle.
The Cougars looking good as far as defensively wrapping up tonight. Looking better, I should say. They did have the one run by Zach Thomas as Zach broke that one for big. But now it is 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. And we'll see what they do here. Thomas lined up behind Milburn. Milburn in the pistol. Brings Charles in motion, and he's going to roll left. He throws downfield. He's caught. That is caught by number 44. That's Hester.
Chase Burchell on the coverage.
As Burchell is the defender there, able to bring him down, but the Bulldogs are going to be 1st and goal now inside the 10 here from the 9. Cougars playing with a 5-man front. 4-man front, 5-man front, yes, there is 5 there. And that one's given to Thomas. Thomas trying to get anything he can, and he continues to move the pile. Continues to move the pile. I thought he was taken down for a loss, but he avoided going down, and he gets up to the 5. So a 4-yard pickup there by Thomas. So it'll be 2nd and goal now from the 5. Milburn in the pistol. He brings Charles in motion. Takes the snap, he's gonna roll. And around the right side, and he is in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs get on the board here before the end of the first quarter. 1:03 left to go here. And they will come in to kick the extra point here. Charles in motion. Guzman to kick. And around the right side. Dang dang. Is in. Touchdown to hold. So the Bulldogs.
Number 30, Guzman will kick. 25 will hold again.
As we're waiting for him to get set, I'm not sure what
41,
what they're waiting for. Big thanks to all of our sponsors again. Ashley Regional Medical Center, the only Joint Commission accredited hospital in the Basin, and the Bulldogs missed that one. And so our score is 17-6. Cougars on top. Ashley Regional Medical Center, they're also looking forward to the completion of the new Women's Center. That's going to be next year, 2018. Moon Lake Electric, they've been in operation since 1938, owned by the people. They serve. They're a cooperative, not privately owned, and you can find and like them on Facebook. Also, L&L Motor, #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. Stickman, a proud sponsor of VTV6's live coverage of Unibasin High School football. Sunbelt Rentals, they provide the lifts for our camera crew, coaches, and so a big thanks to them also. And the Savage family founded the company in 1946 with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah. Today they're a leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of their customers across a variety of industries, including electric power generation, coal production, oil refining, railroad, chemical, oil field downhole services, and other industries. As Guzman gets ready to kick to the Cougars. This one going to be caught by Burchell about the 3 as he comes out across the 10. Finds a little room across the 20 at 30. He's going to cut back, finding blocking there. That's Easton Roar, and finally pushed out of bounds, but in Bulldog territory. Burchell just following his blocking, and how about that? Another big run for Burchell. Burchell had a 75-yard run earlier for a touchdown. As we're going to go to a quick replay on this. And we'll go to a replay here in a second on that, as the Cougars will take the field here. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 38-yard line. From the Bulldog 38-yard line, Labrum in the gun, takes a snap, and it's a quick pass over to Chase Berlin, sorry, Berlin. Labrum to Berlin, there we go. And Berlin picks up a couple. And a few.
Caught by Burchell about the 3.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 now.
Finds a little room across the 20.
For the Cougars.
A gain of 3 yards, 2nd and 7 for the Cougars.
Cougars are going to go with the trips left. Roberts, the lone receiver on the far end, as Labrum goes deep to Roberts. Play action there as he fakes it to Miller. And that one's overthrown. An incompletion there to Roberts. Just 41 seconds left in the first quarter as the Cougars put a couple touchdowns on the Bulldogs, and then that 40-yard field goal. Always fun to see a long field goal in high school. So again, trips left. Labrum on 3rd down with the snap, and he gives to Miller. Miller runs over one guy, but he loses the ball, and it is recovered by the Bulldogs. Maloney with the recovery. Jack Maloney, and so the Bulldogs will take over on offense. Well, Judge Memorial, they returned 5 starters both on offense and on defense, including, of course, quarterback Parker Edgington. Now, he didn't play a whole lot last year, but he played enough. And well, he's injured this game, and so it's Milburn. Milburn, he was the starting running back last year, also a safety, played a lot there. As Milburn now will roll left. He releases. That is to Dang. Oh, actually, sorry, that's to Thomas. And Thomas will make the catch. And he picks up a few. Enough. It'll be 2nd and 1. See a quick replay on that as he fakes it to Charles there, and then throws. Actually fakes it to Dang, throws to Thomas. There's too many 20s on that team. Milburn in the pistol. Pitches to Dang. Dang runs right into Labrum. Labrum making a nice stop. And that is Chase Lang, who loses his helmet. But it'll bring up 3rd down. And that's going to do it for us after 1. The Cougars on top, 17-6 over the Bulldogs.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
And we're back as the Union Cougars, after one, on top 17-6. I'm Mark Winterton, and this is VTV's coverage of high school football here in the Basin. Other games played around the Basin. The UNA Utes playing their homecoming against Mountain View tonight. I'll give you an updated score here a little bit later. I want to say Duchesne's playing Rich, but am I wrong on that one? I can't remember. And then Altamont is playing Milford. I think I'm right. Either way, I'll be right in a little bit as I'll get you some updated scores. We get ready to start the second quarter here. Cougars defensively did really well at the first of the quarter, but towards the end of the first quarter, they started to. Oh, that's a personal foul. I want to say, was that face masking? And I'm not sure where the chain gang went and what they're doing, but they actually are supposed to switch sides because it's second quarter. And I think that's what the Cougars were anticipating. Bulldogs still going the same way. So we're waiting for him to switch sides, right? Personal foul there. All right, now we'll wait again. Chain King's coming down here. So where they end, I don't know. Either way, it's first down here. Milburn in the pistol. Was it like a little pass? Was that a pass, I think? I think it was a pass to Hester. Like just a forward pitch. Huge loss there. So what it was is it was actually a penalty at the end of the first quarter, and they can't end the quarter on a penalty, and that's why. So now they're switching sides. We'll go to a quick break. We'll be back.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And we are back, and we just missed Milburn's run. We're going to go, we'll get you a replay of it. Oh, we didn't get the replay. Milburn making a huge play. It was a run from out the 35, and he just took that one, well, to the score. Again, and that was something we mentioned at the beginning. You got to watch Milburn because the guy's fast, and he'll make some moves. So touchdown Bulldogs. They'll come out to try and add on an extra point. They missed the first one. And so this will make the score, if they hit it, it'll be 13 for Bulldogs. But Bulldogs scoring 2 straight touchdowns here. And this one's blocked. And so the Cougars will still lead here, 17-12 over the Bulldogs. I got some updated scores for you. In the first quarter, Altamont down to Milford, 7-6. And you saw Milford playing Duchesne last week. They're tough. They're very tough. And if Altamont so far staying with them, it'll be a fun matchup. Altamont and Duchesne, that's always a fun game. Well, in just the fact that it's a rivalry in its own. Let's see, as far as some other updates, I don't have a UNA Mountain View update yet, but I got some other updates around 3A. You know, if you follow through, obviously Union, they played Summit Academy earlier this year, and well, Summit Academy is a good team. Playing Juab, that's all tied up, 7-all there in Juab. Oh, and I do have a score now for you. Uinta on top of Mountain View, 14-12. So a couple of touchdowns there. Another high-scoring matchup. As here, Cougars on top, 17-12 over the Bulldogs. And they'll get another shot at some offensive attack here again as Guzman gets ready to kick. Again, Burchell and Roberts back to receive. This one's going to go Roberts' way. Roberts will take this one about the 5, coming across the 10. He's across the 20. There's a flag, several flags thrown in there as he gets up to the 30. And usually it's going to be offensive. The flag's going to be on the offense, so we'll see wait and see exactly what it's going to be. Cougars have been able to move the ball fairly well on the ground today. Offensive line has done an awesome job for the Cougars. Behind Lonnie Latui, Tavita Kafusi, Chase Lang. Oh, and they got a new one in there. Also Brig Edwards, and the new addition, I guess, Colby Gurr, the sophomore, number 55. He's stepped in as the Cougars are without their starting right tackle. Oh, the penalty is going to back him up to the 20. So no problem. It's basically like a touchback, right? Cougars going to go with trips right. Labrum in the gun. The lone receiver is Burchell over on that far side. As Miller also back there, and he's going to give it to Miller. Miller, I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage there. As Judge quickly takes him down. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
As the Cougars are now going to go trips left, leaving Gage Roberts alone here on the near side. As they bring Burchell in motion. Burchell, a nice block by Miller. Miller decleats the one defender, but Burchell unable to find anything as there was several defenders there to wrap him up, or at least get a hold of his jersey, right? He gets a couple, and so it'll be 3rd and 8 now for the Cougars. Cougars had no problem moving the ball in the first quarter. But again, some of that might be Judge Memorial just mentally. Without their starting quarterback, Edgington out with an injury. Milburn's filling in, and Milburn has done well so far. As Labrum rolls, throws, the ball's caught by Roberts. Roberts goes down, but he hangs on to the ball, and it's a 1st down for the Cougars as they're out near midfield.
That's another Cougar.
Roberts makes a nice catch there on 3rd and 8.
Number 23.
That might be Judge Memorial just mentally without their starting quarterback. Edgington out. Cougars going with a Milburn's filling in. Wide receivers lined up right behind each other. And they're going to give it to Miller up the middle. Miller will pick up a couple. And a flag goes flying into the middle there. I'm wondering if that might be a face mask. It is a hold. As usual against the Cougars, usually I guess a hold. See the replay there by Roberts bringing down that nice catch. Great move to get to the ball and jump, and he's not worried about continuing to run, just to hang on to the ball. Nice catch there by Roberts. So Cougars are going to go with 5 receivers here. As Foote comes in, Miller goes out. It'll be 1st, and we'll say almost 20. And wow, we got a flag. We'll see what it is. It's offsides. So that one's going against Judge. So it'll be 1st and
Offsides against Judge.
1st and 14 now. Not so bad. Proud coverage of Union High School sports, L&L Motors, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Savage Services, Stickman, and Sunbelt Rentals. 5 receivers, Labrum in the gun, takes the snap. He's blitzed, it's a little bubble screen, and Berlin drops it. They're gonna say it's incomplete pass. So an incomplete pass there saves the Cougars. Well, Utah State and BYU on an update there. Utah State just kicked a field goal to end the half to go up 24-21 on the Cougars. Cougars at one time were up 21-7, and Utah State kicking the field goal. They go up 24-21. Cougars still with 5 receivers on 2nd and 14. They bring Berlin in motion. Fake it to Berlin. Labrum's going to keep it himself. He runs over a defender, but he's only going to get 2. So now it'll be 3rd and 12. So 3rd and long still. Cougars being very successful moving the ball in the first quarter. 3 drives, successful straight drives, and since then, nothing. As Labrum in the gun, drops back to pass. He's gonna go deep to Berlin. It's up just over his head, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. Imagine the Cougars will bring out the punt team.
4th and 11.
And so Chase Lang will step back to punt.
Dang deep to receive this punt from Lang.
Back to receive is Dang. Dang for the Bulldogs. Lang gets this one up. He's going to avoid Dang. Kicking it over to the 20. That one's bouncing down inside the 10. And again, Lang does it. The coffin kicker. How about that? They're going to spot this one at the 6-yard line. So the Bulldogs will be taking over on their own 6-yard line. The Bulldogs coached by Cordova in his 14th year, finishing 0-10 last year. They definitely were looking to improve. They're 3-3 currently, and of course they talk about some of the tough kids on the team, and that's Milburn. Milburn playing quarterback tonight. This is one thing Coach Cordova said about Milburn. He said he's lightning. He's just so fast. He makes such a difference just by being able to exploit people in the open field. So his speed is huge for us this year, and you've seen that as Milburn burned the Cougars for a touchdown here earlier. Milburn in the pistol. It's tough to see exactly what's going on from this angle, but I can see that the Cougars got him for a loss.
Number 11 on the carry, Milburn, quarterback key.
I think maybe Milburn faked that one up the middle and then tried to keep it around the right side, going nowhere.
Number 4 in, Lang out.
As Lang comes out, Cougars playing a 4-man front. So a 5-man front there, going to a 4-man. Milburn still in the pistol, and now the ball is fumbled. He gets a hold of it, and the Cougars are going to bring him down for a safety.
They do a safety.
So defensively, the Cougars have had some phenomenal plays. They give up some and they get some, right? They get them back. So the Cougars are going to go up here 19-12 against Bulldogs. We're going to check that one out on replay. And it's just a bad snap. And that's, again, that's your Milburn playing quarterback for the first time with Edgington injured. That's tough, you know, and that's, you gotta kind of feel for the guy. He's shoved into that role at quarterback, not used to it. And, of course, they put him in the pistol so that he can see the ball, you know, playing under center, especially when you haven't been playing quarterback. That's where a lot of mistakes can be made. Instead, going to the pistol, and now it's the center making the mistakes of putting that ball a little too high. So the safety, and now the Cougars will get the ball back. So they add 2 and the ball.
Other games of interest you might be aware of, Altamont's at Milford.
So Bulldogs will be kicking from their own 20-yard line here.
Judge will be at Grantsville, and right here, Emory will be at Union.
Cougars going to be home to Emory next week. it'll be you Cougars' last home game.
On Friday.
Now, Emory and Judge played earlier this year, and Judge barely beat them 35-33. As Guzman will come out to punt this one. It's up, nice spiral, and a good kick as Burchell has trouble to get a hold of it. He's got it now, he's crossed the 30. 35, he breaks free, and he's to the 42-yard line. So a nice little return there, especially after he kind of misjudged it. Little depth perception there. Maybe I don't think they were expecting Guzman to be able to punt it that far. But Guzman did, he got a hold of the ball. A good punt. But the Cougars will take over on their own 42-yard line. As Coach Labrum out there motivating his team. He is your offensive coordinator for the Cougars. And the offensive line has been doing pretty darn good for the Cougars tonight. Filling in there, number 55, that right tackle, that is Colby Gurr, just a sophomore. As Labrum in the gun, and he's got some blocking. He's gonna keep it. He's around the 50, across the 50, and pushed out of bounds at the 43-yard line. First down for the Cougars. Just 7:58 left to go here in the first half. As I believe the Cougars have a special halftime. Actually, it was cheer camp this year, or this week at Union, and so there's like 100 and some odd little girls that are going to be out there performing. We're also going to, I think, get a performance from the drill team. So it'll be first down here. Cougars trips left. And they got Roberts on just a nice little out pattern. Makes the catch, and he's out of bounds.
Number 23, Sidbury on the coverage, is a flag down.
Ineligible.
Shout out to this offensive line.
Was that ineligible receiver downfield? I think that's what that was. So it'll be a penalty against the Cougars. Just a 5-yard penalty, but from the line of scrimmage, so it takes that little catch and run and catch away. Pass and catch. There we go. It's 1st and 15. Cougars still in Bulldog territory. Trips left as Miller comes to the right side of Labrum there. Labrum takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. He's got some blocking. He'll get up to the original line of scrimmage, close to it, and so it'll be 2nd and 11. I think he did get pushed out of bounds, and so that will stop the clock.
2nd and 11. 4-yard pickup by Labrum on the run.
Definitely a turnaround from last week as Cougars just couldn't get anything going against Grantsville. But not only that, they couldn't stop Grantsville. Grantsville just ran all over them. Cougars come out with dual receivers. Labrum gives to Miller around the left side. Miller's got some blocking. He's able to get to the corner, but there is a flag thrown in the backfield. And that's never a good thing. Yeah, I'm guessing another hold, and that means it's coming back. Coming back and then some. Kind of wait and see exactly what they're going to call here. It is a hold. So that's going from the spot of the foul, so it's going to be 2nd and 22. 2nd and a long way to go. And so that puts now the Cougars back in their own territory here. As seemed like Cougars have picked up quite a few penalties in this first half. Unusual for them.
2nd and 22.
And maybe it's just a different officiating crew that likes to call certain stuff. Labrum in the gun, he will throw. It's to Roberts, and Roberts drops it. Incomplete pass, and that'll make it 3rd and 22. And they need to get something. They needed to get a little bit back. They figure they get about a 15-yard pickup here. You may see them go for it on 4th down.
3rd and 22.
And so the Cougars come out with dual receivers to both sides. Labrum still in the gun with Miller back there. Miller comes to his left side. and he will drop back to throw. He's going to throw downfield. It's intended for Roberts, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by, I think it's 23. That is 23. So Sidbury picks off Lincoln on Labrum on the third down, the third and long. Intended for Roberts. We'll check out this little replay here as Labrum trying to get to Roberts, and it's just thrown across there. Not enough thrown on it, and then the defender's able to easily step in front of that. And the Bulldogs offense back on the field. 7:08 left to go here in the first half. Cougars do lead 19-12.
Union students, don't forget your free t-shirt, Mountain America.
But the Bulldogs
Show the gals there your
now back on the field from their own 43-yard line. It's Milburn in the pistol. He brings Charles in motion, gives to Thomas. Thomas gets wrapped up, and that is, let's see if I can see who is in on that one. Is that number 59? As they've got a lineman still down. I think that was Bullethead with the tackle for the Cougars. But a man down is slow to get up by the Bulldogs, and we hope he's okay. We're going to go to a break.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
Cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
And we're back as Milburn takes the snap there, delivering it to Hester. So I think it was, I want to say it was Avina, or was it Rondazzo? Anyways, he limped off, or they actually had to carry him off. It looked like it was his right leg. I don't know what kind of an injury it was, whether it was an ankle or a knee. As, again, Milburn in the pistol, bringing Charles in motion. Milburn now takes the snap, and again, he's not ready for it. He picks it up. He's going to run. Let's see, first defender to him was Labrum, and they get him for a loss. So it'll now be 4th and long. We'll see what Judge decides to do here. Looks like the punt crew is going to come out. So Duchesne does have a bye this week. They're playing Rich next week. Milford currently over Altamont 21-6, and Mountain View still Uinta still up by 2, but Mountain View currently driving. As here is the snap. Punt by Guzman. Fair catch called by Labrum. He'll take it at the 23. And the big game of the week here in Utah, it's Bingham. Bingham and Lone Peak. The big powerhouses up in 6A. Always a fun one. And, of course, Bingham's that big program. Bingham in East in 5A, and East in 5A, Bingham in 6A. Both of those teams looked at nationally, but Bingham currently beating Lone Peak at the half, 14-3. Here, it's been a slow going here in the first half. And then a bit of an injury there caused it to be even more slow as the Cougars come out. We'll see if they can add another score. Up 19-12 here with only 5:42 left to go in the first half. It's Labrum quickly to Berlin. Berlin gets to the corner, and he picks up a few. So it'll be 2nd and about 7 for the Cougars. Clock will continue to run here. And dual receivers to both sides. Labrum in the gun. He's going to keep it, but he gets attacked. It's Hester that wraps him up there right in the backfield. And I think Labrum might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. No, not quite. It was a yard loss there. So it'll be 3rd and 8. So on 3rd down, Cougars needing a big conversion here. Only up by 7. You'd like to add another score to that, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown before the half. Gives them a nice little cushion going into the second half, especially where Judge will receive the kickoff going into the second half. And it looks like the Cougars want a timeout. They want a timeout, and we want to thank all of our sponsors. All of our sponsors that allow us to bring you live coverage of high school sports here in the Basin. L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Savage Services, Stickman, and Sunbelt Rentals. Stickman actually just did their charity golf tournament, I think here just earlier this month, and came up with quite a big chunk of money. I can't even remember the exact amount, but a big chunk of money that they donate to charity every year. And so as we come out of this little timeout, we'll see if the Cougars, 3rd and 8. Well, defensively, Bulldogs, they depend heavily on their 5 starters from last year. Bulldogs were predicted by Deseret News and by the coaches' preseason poll to finish 2nd. Not quite what they were hoping for. As Labrum takes this one on 3rd down, he delivers. overthrown, and the Cougars will bring out their punt team. That one just looked like maybe through the hands of Burchill. Wasn't going to be enough for a first down, and the defender was right there, so there's a good chance he probably would have been taken down had he caught it. Either way, the Cougars will punt this one away. Lang back there to punt. Back to receive for the Bulldogs. That's Dang Dang. First name Dang, last name Dang. And Lang punting it to Dang. Dang's not going to touch it, as the Cougars will get a big punt here, but a flag thrown in. And what could that be? That's a good question. I'm guessing that one's probably going to be against Judge. The ball's placed at the 23-yard line, so a nice punt by Lang. The flag. I'll see if the penalty, who it's against. And I didn't see anything. Did anybody else see anything? I'm trying to see who's even out there. I got 4 officials and a guy in a red coat. Who's the red coat guy? It is going to be against Judge, and they'll march, hanging their heads as they march the other way. Officials now talking to Labrum. Looks like it is going to be against the Bulldogs. I'm guessing an illegal block there. So I think this one will be either a 10-yard penalty or half the distance to the goal. We'll see. We'll see. Well, Mountain View just scored against Uinta. And so they're going to go up 19-14 as they add the extra point there. Hey, check that out. Similar score. Except for Mountain View's up 19-14. We'll also keep you updated with the Utah State BYU game, as that one turning out to be a fun game. BYU went up big early. Utah State fighting back, and they're up 24-21 at the half. As they come out of halftime, we'll keep you updated on that. I'm trying to see what the they go half the distance to the goal. Or maybe it was a 15, looks like it was a 15-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. I believe that's right. As they get the chain gang, get down here. And now they're confused. Waiting for the chain gang. Milburn in the pistol. Triple option formation. Takes the snap. He's going to deliver it, the pass. They're going to say it was incomplete. Easton Rohr picked it up and took it in case it was thrown behind the quarterback, but it was not. It was a pass forward. How big would that have been? The ball intended for Thomas, I think, was the receiver out there, but incomplete. Just 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Cougars still up by 7. Milburn in the pistol. He's got Thomas lined up behind him. Brings, I think that was Dang in motion, and again, another snap over the head, and we got another safety. No, they're going to say he was just the stop of motion, forward motion there is at the 4. So that'll bring up 3rd down now. Cougars doing a lot of substitution here. It's going to be 3rd and a chunk. We'll call it that. 21, Milburn in the pistol. Triple option formation here. He's going to bring Dang in motion. Does he give to Thomas? He did, and Thomas is out. It looks like it's Rohr and Brinkerhoff that at first get a hold of him, and then he's brought down by a few more. They do get up to almost past the original line of scrimmage there. But it'll be 4th down, and Judge will bring out the punt team. Yeah, I don't think you want to necessarily gamble at this point. 2 minutes left to go. Kick it out of there and make Union's offense work. As we'll see what the Cougars can do. It's Labrum and Burchell back to receive. Guzman back to punt for the Bulldogs. From his own goal line, steps into his own end zone. There's the punt, end over end. Burchell takes this one. And he's a nice block there by Labrum, and he breaks free. He's able to avoid a tackler there at the 40. He gets down to about the 34. Cougars are going to take over on their own 34-yard line. Sorry, on the Bulldog 34-yard line. Well, as Utah State and BYU comes out at halftime, Utah State kicking a field goal. Another one, and they're up 27-21 against the Cougars. So a fun one in Logan tonight, and it's probably chilly up there. Actually going to head up to a game in a couple of weeks. Why not? And so the Cougars come out, 1st and 10, trips right. Labrum in the gun. Drops back, he's going to throw deep to Roberts. Roberts reaches out for it, can't come up with it. Just out over the edge of his fingers. And so it'll be 2nd down now for the Cougars. We got a flag. We got another flag. Lots of penalties tonight. Another hold in this one against the Cougars. I have not seen the Cougars have this many holding calls in a game, and they've had them all in the first half. With only 2:20 left to go in the first half. Cougars leading 19-12, but now we'll be faced with 1st and long. Gonna go with 5 receivers, and why not? That's what I say, go deep. Labrum drops back, throw. He completes this one across the middle, just a quick slant to Burchell. And he picks up about 12. Nice little pickup there. As they get back a big chunk. So it'll be 2nd and 8 now. That's reasonable. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Cougars will stay with 5 receivers. Labrum, the lone man in the backfield. Brings Burchell in motion, fakes it to Burchell, and he keeps it himself. Avoiding a tackler or two, he picks up a few more yards. And so it'll be 3rd and about 3 or 4. Cougars close to field goal range. Lang is good from 40. We've seen him kick a couple from 40. One tonight, one against Carbon. And the Cougars will go with 5 more receivers. 3rd and 4. And we got a flag. That's Chase Burchell, false start. So a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make this one 3rd and 9 now for the Cougars. Cougars continue to have lots of penalties. I wish you could get a picture of how many kids are lined up back here behind the stands. This is a there's a lot of kids back there. Cheer camp. And they're antsy. Most of these kids have never been to a football game. But they're about to perform for halftime. And they're like, what is the big deal and why is this taking so long? Cougars on 3rd and 9. All right, ref. Oh, okay, he's coming back. I thought they were gonna have him do something else. As Labrum rolls right, he throws downfield to Roberts. It's Roberts' touchdown. A nice catch, throw, there's no flags, and the Cougars put another score on the board here before the half. Beautiful throw And a beautiful catch as Roberts able to get free from his defender. That one was just thrown over the head. We'll get you a replay here. Check this out as Labrum rolls to his right, releases, and just out of the reach, just barely out of the reach of Sidbury. I think Sidbury, anyways, regardless, it's Lang to kick. There's Nebeker to hold. High snap, but Nebeker brings it down. And Lang kicks it, and it's good. The Cougars on top, 26-12. We're going to go to a quick break.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Mark Winterton, and it's VTVchannel6.com. That's where you got to go to watch live coverage of all of your favorite high school sports here in the Basin. The Cougars, it's the Cougars tonight against Judge Memorial, and the Cougars on top, 26-12. And they are, hey, I'll tell you what, the Cougars have some good momentum going right now, especially after last week, getting beat down pretty good against Cransville. Feels good to come back and be able to score this many points in the first half. Miller kicking this one, takes it at the 5. Is that Milburn? Milburn taking across the 20. He's across the 30. And it looks like that's where he's getting as Brock Brinkerhoff there on the tackle. And so with 59 seconds left, Bulldogs will come out on their own 30-yard line. Again, Milburn is deadly. The guy is fast. And defensively, the Cougars have to corral him. To prevent, obviously, another score before the half. Cougars up 26-12. A nice lead here. Well, check out this one. We know Summit Academy's tough, and I'm looking forward to the Summit Academy Juan Diego matchup at the end of the year, but Juab currently up on Summit Academy, 13-7. You can't look past Juab. They're tough. As Milburn in the pistol, gives to Thomas. Thomas takes it around the right side. He gets, looked like he had some nice blocking there. But not only that, he used his feet to get some extra yardage, and he picks up 9. They're moving the chains all over the place over there. And so it will be 2nd and 9. Milburn, he's going to throw across the middle. It's Hester. Hester's got the first down. And across midfield, he finally gets brought down. It's Chase Burchell wrapped around his waist. And so the Cougars wrapping up. But the Bulldogs in Cougar territory, and they're going to take a timeout with 46 seconds left. They will take a timeout, and it's a chance for us to, give a big thanks to all of our sponsors. L&L Motor. You can visit their new Buick GMC full-service store in Vernal. Strata Networks, of course, proud to be your local wireless provider. Right now, you can get a 4G smartphone for $0 down, upgrade in early as 1 year, and Strata Plus. Learn more at stratanetworks.com. Ashley Regional Medical Center, they were named one of the top 100 rural hospitals in America by Becker's Review. Moon Lake Electric, they've been providing power to the area since 1938. The Savage family, co-founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah, and have grown to be huge. And Stickman and Sunbelt Rentals, both proud sponsors of VTV6's live coverage of UNA Basin High School football. Milburn in the pistol, brings Dang in motion, and again, a fumble there, and a flag. Going to be a false start against the Bulldogs, so it'll be 1st and 15. These mini cheerleaders can't wait to get out on the field. 43 seconds is going to be like an hour to a 6-year-old. Milburn. That puts the Bulldogs back in their own territory here. Milburn in the pistol. He's got Thomas lined up behind him. There's the snap. He's going to drop back to throw. A little swing pattern to Thomas. Thomas gets some room. And oh boy, it's a gang of tacklers there. Colby Gurr. Yeah, there's another tackler. I think Easton Rohr was in on that also. 35 seconds. Thomas does get out of bounds. As they're able to get back into Cougar territory, it'll be second down. But Thomas getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. Still that triple option formation. Milburn in the pistol. Brings Dang in motion. He's going to now roll left. He's pressured out. Now he's going to, nope, not going to throw. He's going to try and get out of bounds. It's Easton Rohr and Gage Roberts. Gage, the first one there, playing some great defense on Milburn, and they have been able to, like I said, I guess before, is corral him. They've been able to contain Milburn, getting him for a loss there, and Judge is going to take another timeout. We're going to take a break too. We'll be back.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
Mark Winterton, and it is an exciting one tonight here in Roosevelt. The Cougars taking on Judge Memorial with only a short time to halftime, 18 seconds to be exact. Milburn in the pistol. He's going to keep this one up the middle. It's Miller that's going to wrap up his leg and bring him down, and that's probably, I think Judge is going to take a quick timeout. But we're going to keep you right here. Exciting game here with the Cougars. Cougars up 26-12, but Judge Memorial, you've got to watch him carefully. Milburn's fast. You could kind of see his speed a little bit there, and look at the pass protection that he got, or I guess the run blocking, as he took that one up the middle. He could have driven a car through there. Anyways, he picks up decent yardage, but it's going to be fourth down. They take their last time out with 13 seconds left. I imagine you're going to go for the end zone. Anyways, I've got the updated scores for you, so you stay right here watching this game. Check these out. BYU, they've got their third-string quarterback in, Coy Detmer Jr., but he's actually thrown another pick and in their own territory. So Utah State looking to possibly score again. Summit Academy playing Juab. That one's 13-7. Let's see if we can get another update. I'll get some more updates for you on Juan Diego. I've got Juan Diego over Manti right now. The last score I've got was 14-0. Morgan over Emory. And Grantsville over Carbon right now. These are older scores, as I'll wait for some updated scores. So last play of the quarter probably here as Dane goes in motion. Milburn takes the snap. He's going to roll right. He's actually going to run right. It's a right sweep. Trying to get upfield. He got a first down. There comes the flag. So the flag, 6 seconds left. If the flag's against Judge, it'll take away that first down. And Roberts is signaling that it is against Judge. Judge is marching, so it is against Judge. It is a hold. The spot of the foul's right there. And so that's actually just, it'll basically put it back where it was. Exactly. In fact, look at the ball marker guy. He's like, wait, so do I move? No? Okay. So it'll be 4th and 9. 4th and 9 with 6 seconds. And if Milburn got out of bounds, and Judge will take their last time out of the game. Last time out. We'll keep you right here. We only got 6 seconds left to go to halftime. Well, we'll keep you right here. Again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors for for us to bring you VTV live coverage of high school sports. And tonight we're in Roosevelt as the Cougars battling the Bulldogs. Sunbelt Rentals, Stickman, Savage, Moon Lake Electric, Ashley Regional, Strata Networks, and L&L Motor, all making it possible for us to bring you this live coverage of your high school sports. So with 6 seconds, we'll see if the Cougars stop this one last desperation move by Judge to score before half. Cougars leading here 26-12. And we'll have a fun little halftime for you. We got some little cheerleaders just waiting. The mini cheerleaders. I think it's cheer camp is what they call it. Cheer camp week. Milburn in the pistol. Same formation. Looks like Dang's lined up out here just a little bit wider this time. I imagine we'll see him go in motion. Nope, no motion. Milburn's going to roll right. Throws. It's Hester. Hester makes the catch. And the run afterwards, and that's going to do it for us after one half of football. The Cougars up 26-12. It's halftime here in Roosevelt. The Cougars on top. And anyways, we got a little halftime show. We'll be back after this small break.
Cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Look at all these future cheerleaders. Sarah Rogers, we found a plug-in for you. Sarah, come on up. Cougarettes have got a plug for you. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle fever. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub,
Mark Winterton, as you are watching the Union High School Cougars take on the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. There's all our mini cheerleaders out there. Current score, Cougars up 26-12 against the Bulldogs in a fun one here at halftime. Got some updated scores for you across the state of Utah, I guess you could say. Got some updated scores. Currently, Altamont is at halftime with Milford. Milford up on them right now, 34-6. Milford, a tough team. We were able to watch them last week as they took on Duchesne. Duchesne barely pulling away a win against them. And it was actually special teams that blocked punt. Blocked punt that was ran back for a touchdown. Amazing. Anyway, so Milford right now up on Altamont, 34-6. Some other 1A scores: Kanab beating Rich 14-6. Parowan over Wayne 58-0. That one also at halftime. Layton Christian beating Monticello 28-14. And let's see, let's look at some of your UNA's region, Region 10. Orem beating Salem Hills 35-10. Spanish Fork over Payson 30-3. These are all your halftime scores. Mountain View currently beating up on Uinta 19-14. And so UNA and Mountain View, this one might go back and forth all night long. It'll be a fun one as we get ready to watch your drill team. And we'll go to that. That's your Union High School Cougarettes. And we'll keep up the updates here. I got some 3A updates also as of course, tonight, Cougars leading this contest 26-12 over the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Always a tough one against the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are tough every year. Last year they had a down year as they moved up to 3AA North a couple of years ago, I guess. And they got throttled last year, not getting a win. Cougars and then this year they're already 3-3 as they move back down to the 3A North. Anyways, Cougars up on them 26-12. So it feels good. You're excited. The Cougars players at halftime, you know there's some excitement, some positive momentum going on now going into the second half for the Cougars as they're leading against the Bulldogs. But second half, you know there's going to be some adjustments. One of the big adjustments that you're going to see from Judge Memorial is at center and the snap to Milburn. There's been a lot of lost snaps there. Milburn's fumbled a few of them. There's going to be a little bit of a change. Hey, maybe they've worked on them, whatever. They've worked on those exchange, making sure that snap's perfect. But if Judge Memorial can fix that, hey, there's half of their snaps that all of a sudden now they can actually do something downfield. So we'll see how that goes. Cougars need to continue to defensively be tough and not give up that big play, and that's where the Judge Memorial scored, is on those big plays. 3A in 3A South right now, some current scores at halftime. Juan Diego beating Manti 35-7. Richfield over North Sanpete 20-0, and Juab. Let's see, I don't have a halftime score on that one, but currently Juab up on Summit Academy, still 13-7 is the score I've got. In 3A North, Grantsville, Carbon, 27-0. This one is at Carbon. Grantsville beating them at halftime, 27-0. Morgan at Emory, that score is 25-7. And of course, here, Union as taking on Judge Memorial up 26-12. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back to start second half action.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
I'm Mark Winterton, and welcome to our tonight's contest between the Judge Memorial Bulldogs and the Union Cougars. We're at halftime. As you can see, the teams out there getting stretched out. Chilly one, but actually not too bad tonight. This is actually, I think it's probably a little warmer than last week. Last week we had the wind. This week the fall temperatures have come out, but no wind, luckily. So Cougars right now up 26-12 against the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. As Judge Memorial will be receiving, they'll be getting the kickoff to start the second half. Some big keys to the game. We're gonna, we talked to the coaches, of course, before the game, and let's look at their keys to the game and see how they've been stacking up. Judge Memorial first. They said they needed to establish the run game. Their special teams need to improve, and they need to stop Union from successfully throwing the ball. Now, as far as stopping Union from successfully throwing the ball, you could say that they've done a pretty decent job. Union's caught some nice balls, especially you got to give props to Gage Roberts. He's made some huge grabs tonight, and a nice catch there at the end with a nice touchdown catch and run. And so I guess that one's questionable. Special teams so far tonight, Judge Memorial's they've looked good. As far as establishing a run game, I think they've struggled with that, and of course that comes to the keys of the game for Cougars. The Cougars, Coach Labrum, he said one of his keys of the game, play great defense. And so far I think the Cougars we've seen that from the Cougars. The Cougars have played really good defense. Of course they've given up a big play here and there, but overall they've played great on defense. Valuing the football, they did lose a fumble. They did, I think there was an interception. So that's one of those things that if the Cougars can change that, they can make sure they get a win tonight. And then, of course, we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter, as that's their other key to the game, win the fourth quarter. Cougars currently up 26-12. We're going to be back to start this game. Cougars will be kicking off when we come back.
Lake Electric. We are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
And Mark Winterton, and it's live coverage of your Union High School football team tonight. Judge Memorial will be receiving the kick to start the second half. Jer Miller setting up there to kick it. Jer Miller's done great as far as kicking. He's had a one touchback tonight. I don't have a actual number of how many he's gotten this year, but a lot of touchbacks as we get ready to start. We'll give you some more updates too on the BYU-Utah State game. Has lots of football. I got a lot of football updates. Miller kicking this one. It's high. Going to be fielded about the 6. Bringing it out. It's Dang Dang. He's across the 20, the 30, and it slips up. Not sure if a Cougar tackler was able to get his hand on him or if he just tripped over one of his own blockers.
And Judge will have it 1st and 10.
And so Judge will take over on their own 32-yard line. Cougars defensively, again, they've done well tonight. Can they? Oops, I dropped that, and I'm not sure what. Oh, there we are. I dropped my phone right on the volume button. As Charles comes in motion, that gives us Thomas. Thomas up the middle. He's going to get a couple. So again, Cougars defensively, they've got to stop that run game. And it's tough with a triple option. Running a triple option, you got to watch the middle. You got to watch the side. You got guys running all over the place and fakes going all over the place. You don't know who's keeping the ball. And Milburn's dangerous, the quarterback. In fact, he's not the normal quarterback. That's something we'll let me, I guess, reiterate. He is not your starting quarterback. He's stepped in as the second string as the starting quarterback is out. It's like this one again is up the middle. And Thomas again gets stopped, maybe a yard. But Edgington is the starting quarterback. He's injured, so he hasn't played this game. Milburn coming in. And, of course, Judge Memorial, usually Edgington comes in under center. Milburn, he's moved to the pistol to try and avoid any kind of a fumble from the center exchange to the quarterback. And they've had a lot still. The constant, the fumbles over the top of Milburn. Milburn's going to take this one, and he cuts it back, making a nice move. He's got the first down. It's Chase Burchell and Lincoln Labrum that wrap him up. But that is one thing the Cougars knew coming into this, is that Milburn's still, he's dangerous from wherever he goes, whether it's from quarterback, receiver, running back. If he gets the ball, he's dangerous. Milburn in the gun, brings Charles in motion, keeps it himself, and he gets around man, gets around another man. Finally, he's met, that's Chase Burchell and Brinkerhoff. Milburn just sidestepping a couple of guys there. He gets 5. So now into Cougar territory.
5-yard pickup for Judge, 2nd and 5.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 now. Milburn again in the pistol, brings Charles in motion, and he gives to Thomas. Thomas trying to bounce it outside, and he does. Again, Chase Burchell again on the tackle with Brinkerhoff, and we've seen a lot of them. Little quick update out of Logan as BYU fumbling it again. 2 interceptions and 3 fumbles tonight for BYU, and it looked like Utah State took this one down and scored 34-21 up on BYU. 33-21, sorry. Charles comes in motion. Milburn's going to fake it to him. He takes it around the right side, and it's Jerem Miller that's not faked out one bit, getting him for a loss. On 3rd down, that is a huge play by Miller. So Judge Memorial will bring out their punt team. I think you got to expect a fake here. Definitely got to expect a fake. Here's Charles. Charles to stay in. He's deadly. But he's going to go out there. So they don't have anyone back there that necessarily can run the ball unless one of these linemen can. We'll see what the Cougars decide. And we get a false start. Or is it a delay of game? Oh, the Cougars are going to take a timeout. That's what we got. They want to ice the punter. It's 4th and 5. We're going to go to a break.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Mark Winterton, and we're back after that little halftime, after that little timeout by the Cougars. It's going to be 4th down. Guzman back to punt. Cougars are watching for a fake here. Guzman is going to punt this one, just a little squibble. Lands the 20. They want to get this one down inside the 10, and they do. As Burchell just steps up and lets this one go. And so the Cougars will get their first offensive attack in the second half with 9:08 remaining in the 3rd. They'll be starting on their own 9-yard line. Cougars able to come out in the first of the game and run it very well. Offensive line opening up big holes. From that, they were able to open up their passing game. Lincoln having plenty of time in the pocket to pass. But defensively, Judge Memorial has defended the pass well. Cougars were able to find some receivers here and there. As this time the Cougars come out with trips right. Miller lined up in the backfield there with him. And he's going to give it to Miller. Miller finding a huge hole, and he's down the field. He's got great acceleration, and he breaks a couple of tackles. How about that? This one, he's trying to strip the ball. That's Bullion, who comes over the top trying to strip the ball. A great defensive play, but it doesn't work on Miller, as Miller keeps this one and runs. Huge play there by the Cougars. 71-yard run for Miller, as the line opens up the hole and Miller finds it and takes off, doing the rest with his feet. He's able to break a couple of tackles, defenders trying to take him down up high, and he just continues to beat them. And now Labrum making a move. It looks like he's got another first.
He's stopped by number 54, Tanner Jones.
Yep, he did get another first, and so it'll be 1st and goal now for the Cougars from about the 10.
That's another Cougar.
Dual receivers to both sides. We got Burchell, Foot on this side, and it's going to go up to Foot. Foot.
Oh.
Looked like Foot had slowed down there trying to get past the defender. He will be overthrown.
28 on the coverage.
That was Charles, the defender there. And so now it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, the Cougars have been able to run very well against Judge. And maybe that's partially because Judge, is one of their key plays, of course, was to stop Union from successfully throwing the ball, and they focused on that. And with that, the Cougars have decided to run it. And they will not again. This one's across the middle. A nice little quick slant to Foot, touchdown for the Cougars. We'll add another 6 there for the Cougars. 32-12 is our score. We're going to watch the little replay of that one. As Foot just coming off on a quick slant, he catches the ball, nice catch. Dang immediately hitting him, but Foot's able to push his momentum through, get across the goal line, and the Cougars score. Never curve. To hold, gets the ball down, and Lang puts this one through the uprights, and the Cougars are on top 33-12. We're back after this break.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
And we're back as the Cougars score on that little quick slant. It was a little labrum to Foot for the score, and the Cougars are up 33-12 after the extra point by Lang. Miller now will kick. Back to receive, it's Dang and Milburn. Both of them deadly. A quick update out of Logan, BYU kicking a field goal. Our score there. Utah State on top 33-24. As this one's gonna bounce into Milburn's hands, about the 12. He picks it up, going to right side, finds some blocking. Gets across the 35. And gets brought down by a few tacklers there. Jackson Miller. Along with Brock Brinkerhoff in on the tackle there. Again, Milburn is dangerous. And playing quarterback tonight. Quick updated score for you as Uinta goes deep. A nice pass, nice catch. And Uinta. Oh, that was Mountain View? Oh, let's see. Uinta was on top 20-25. Sorry, Mountain View. Mountain View deep pass by Sugaturaga. Sugaturaga going deep, and he catches that one in the right side of the end zone. And so now Mountain View back up. As the Cougars the Utes took a lead. But now Mountain View on top. 25-20, they'll kick the extra point. Oh, they're gonna go for 2. It is gonna be no good. So Mountain View right now on top, 25-20 against Uinta in the 4th with 11:50 left to go. So plenty of time. Utes gonna need to step up here and come down and score. 2nd 11 here. As Cougars were able to make a nice stop there. They're running 3 front here. 3-man front. Bring Charles in motion. Milburn drops back, fakes the pass, and he just tucks it and run. And look at him run. He's across the 40. It's Chase Burchell that finally pushes him out of bounds. Burchell has been big defensively for the Cougars. He's made some big saves, but then he's also stepped up and made some big plays for no gain, and I think even some for tackles for loss.
Out Lane and Hardy.
So it'll be 1st down now. Judge in Cougar territory from about the 34-yard line. Cougars going to go back with a 4-man front here. Milburn brings Charles in motion, and Milburn's going to keep it. He moves, and look at him avoid tacklers all over the place, and finally brought down.
Good surge by Milburn.
And it's just Cougar tacklers trailing him. So again, the Cougars needing to wrap this Milburn up because Milburn's dangerous. And well, we can see what he can do with at his feet. So not much of a passer, but he'll run it. He's made some nice completions over the middle to Lester, and but he's dangerous with his feet. As he's got the big man. That's a Vahe behind him. And he's going to pitch it to Dang. Dang gets pushed out of bounds about I'll say that's about the 15-yard line. They're marking about the 16-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 7 now for Judge, as Judge is marching. 7 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Cougars do lead by 21. Milburn brings Dang in motion, and he gives it up the middle. That's Thomas. Thomas just pushing the Cougars. Looked like they finally stopped his motion there at the forward progression there at the 5. So it'll be a first down, and that's going to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. They're going to go to a no huddle here. Milburn in the pistol. Thomas lined up behind him. That's Charles in motion. Oh, that's Dang in motion, sorry. And Milburn keeps it, cutting it up. Touchdown. So second half action, looks like Milburn is going to try and do this one under his own feet, counting on his blockers and his running backs to get out there and block for him, as they did so on that drive. But they get the touchdown. Down by 21 with the touchdown. Puts them only down by 15. They're going to go for 2. Milburn in the pistol. He's going to keep it himself, and he gets wrapped up and taken down. Chase Lang in there. And so the 2-point conversion, no good. The Cougars stop them there. The score 33-18. And a quick thanks to our sponsors. L&L Motor. They are the #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. Also, Strata Networks, they bring you the latest mobile devices from your favorite brands. You can visit them today and buy one, get one free on select smartphones. Strata Networks, we connect lives. Ashley Regional Medical Center. Hey, looking forward to that completion of their new Women's Center in 2018. If you've driven past Ashley Regional, see all the work. Well, that's what's going on. Hey, Moon Lake Electric, you can find and like them on Facebook. They've been in operation since 1938. And the Savage family. Savage Services, founded in 1946. They involved in so many different industries here in the Basin, oil field downhole services, and all sorts of other industries. Stickman and Sunbelt Rentals, also proud sponsors of VTV6's live coverage of Uinta Basin High School football. It's Guzman to kick. Back to receive for the Cougars is Burchell. This one's going to bounce the 10. He's going to pick it up about the 4. Come back to midfield. He's got blocking out in front of him. And he sees the blocking, takes it. A little spin move there right at the 29-yard line. And it looks like the Cougars will come out and take over on their own 29. Well, offensively, the Cougars came out in their last drive and were able to drive the football field, and mainly under the legs of Jerem Miller. Cougars have shown that they can run, that they can definitely run the ball on Judge, but they've also been able to pass. Cougars are going to come out with trips left. Miller lined up in the backfield with Labrum. Gage Roberts, our lone receiver on the far side. There's the snap as he drops back to throw. He avoids a tackler, and now he's going to be brought down as Judge brings the blitz. Tackle for sack for a huge loss there. 8 yards to be exact. And so it'll be 2nd and 18 now.
A loss of 8 yards. 2nd and 18.
6:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Cougars still leading. They're up by 15 here against the Bulldogs. Labrum takes the snap, fakes it there to Miller, and he's going to keep it himself. He'll pick up 9. Nice little 9-yard gain there, and it'll be 3rd and 9.
Pick up of 9 yards on the run. 3rd and 9.
So now on 3rd down, we'll see what the Cougars do as they quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Trips left. Labrum's going to put Miller on his left side this time. There's the snap, and they're going to roll left. Labrum in trouble, and he is going to get demolished in the backfield there. Cougars will send out their punting crew, as it'll be 4th down. So the Cougars will punt this one away. Still anyone's ball game as the clock continues to tick here. Judge has shown that they can run, and we're going to see a lot more of Milburn, I imagine, tonight. Lang back to punt. Back to receive, that's Dang Dang. I say that because that's his first name and his last name. Dang. Dang. This one bouncing and taking a huge Cougar bounce. It's going to come across the 35. About the 33 as Chase Berlin downs it there. And so Judge Memorial will take it over on their own 33-yard line. Well, Judge was picked to finish 2nd in the 3A North. Currently 1-1. They lost to Morgan. Expected, right? They beat Emory by 2. I think the score there was 35-33. And tonight's contest against the Cougars. They've still got Carbon and Grantsville to play, so I guess you kind of wait and see what happens there. Cougars, of course, losing to Grantsville last week in a big way, beating Carbon the week before. If they can get a win against Judge tonight, and then they've got Emory next week. Cougars come out with a 5-man front. Milburn in the pistol. He brings Dang in motion. Gives it to Dang around the left side. Dang gets outside. It's finally Burchell who brings him down. Running side to side. He can't cut it upfield there because of a couple of defenders. Both Rohr was there. He gets around Rohr, and then Burchell comes flying in, making a stop. So no gain by the Bulldogs. Again, Milburn, you got to wonder what he's thinking. He knows if he keeps it himself, he can get the big yardage. At the same time, he can't let the Cougars think he's keeping it every time. 5-man front. He's going to bring Dang in motion, and again, that's bad snap that we talked about. We knew that they needed to fix that. And look at Milburn work his way. He's not gonna fake him out. Huge loss. So the Cougars, that's just another. Hey, you got to take that with it all, right? Those are the lucky plays. The inexperience of a Milburn not playing quarterback usually, that's tough. We'll keep you right here as it is 3rd and a bundle. Milburn in the pistol. Brings Dang in motion. He's going to roll right. Now he throws it out to Dang. Dang makes the catch. And he'll pick up a few.
Rohr on the tackle.
Looks like he's going to pick up about 10 on the play. Or close to it.
4th and 25.
But with it being 4th and about 15. 4th and 15, they will punt this one away. Still in the ball game. You want to make sure it's, I guess, keep keep it in the other territory. Nice punt by Guzman. This one's going over the defenders' heads. And looks like the Cougars are just going to, now they're going to pick it up. Burchell does pick it up. I thought they were going to go past it, but Burchell watched Labrum block, and he said, hey, if you're going to do that, I guess I got to make an effort. I don't know if that's necessarily the smart thing to do, but hey, they pick it up, and who knows, you maybe break it, and all of a sudden it could be different. But Cougars will take over on their own 14-yard line. Almost out of the third quarter, Cougars on top by 2 scores. You'd love to see another score here, as that would definitely be disheartening to the Bulldogs here. Bulldogs making the long trek from Salt Lake, and I actually have quite a crowd over there. For making that long of a trip, as the Cougars come out 1st and 10 from their own 14. Dual receivers to both sides, and they're going to give it to Miller. Miller quickly getting grabbed in the backfield. Vahe making the stop. And that will be a tackle for a big loss. Dropping the Cougars back to their own 8.
A loss of 7.
As Rohr is going to come in, Miller will come out. Cougars are going to go with 5 receivers. They're saying, hey, we're going to go deep on you right here. Of course, that's when you watch and see if Labrum's going to tuck it and run. Bulldogs showing blitz here. As Labrum does take it and run, he's not going to get much. He'll get 2. Getting it up to the 10-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 14 now. Still 3rd and a lot as the clock continues to tick down. Cougars trying to use up time at the same time. Miller's going to come back into the game as Rohr will come out. And the Cougars will go with trips left. Berlin, then Foot, then Burchell, and Roberts on the far side. Miller in the backfield. He's going to bring Burchell in motion. Gives to Burchell around the right side. He's got Miller out there blocking, trying to find some moves. And it looked like maybe if he would have taken it around the right side further, he might have had a little openness as Miller was blocking there. But, you know, it's hard to see from this angle. It'll be 4th down. The Cougars will punt this one away. So, again, now we see this possession, the field position take place. So now Judge's punt looks smart, as now Lang will have to punt this one. Back to receive is Milburn. It's been Dang. Dang goes out. Looks like as Milburn comes in, and Milburn has been their return specialist. As the Cougars are going to let this one go all the way to the end of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 4th quarter. Cougars lead this one 33-18. We're back after this break.
Cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Mark Winterton, and thanks for joining me as the Union Cougars taking on the Judge Memorial Bulldogs in this fun matchup. It's been a fun one tonight. Cougars on top right now, 33-18, but they're going to punt on 4th down here to start the 4th quarter. That's Lang This one gonna land about the 44. Milburn picks it up on his own 37 as he's making some moves past the defenders. There's a flag in the backfield, and Milburn makes a huge break for the touchdown. Some diving defenders all over the place. Is Milburn gonna finally be brought down? Yes, finally, it's Berlin. But the flag way back here in actually Bulldog territory. And I'll tell you what, that just shows this dangerous speed of Milburn. We're going to go to a quick, we got to check this one out, a replay here. How about that? Check out this replay as he takes the punt and he just moves, sidestep. Juke back, gets past Rohr. Now he's got guys diving at him. I think that was Brinkerhoff there diving. Foot trying to save the day. He does a little bit. Lang pushing him back the other way, and it's Chase Berlin that finally jumps on his back, wrapping him up. Milburn is dangerous. We got an injured player down there. It's a Cougar, and it may be just cramps as they found themselves running all over the field on that play. We're going to go away to a break. We'll be back.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Hey, we're back. As Lathan Sixkiller able to come up, he's it looked like maybe just cramps as he walks off on his own. And the penalty, a legal block, brings it back. Huge play by Milburn, negates that one, and it's coming back all the way to the Judge Memorial 33. So Milburn in the pistol now. He'll give it to Thomas, and Thomas breaking through the hole, gets 8. It was Rohr that brings him down. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Pick up of 9 yards. 2nd and 1 for Judge.
Oh, Milburn back to the pistol. Triple option here as he'll bring Charles in motion. And he'll give it to Thomas. Thomas is going to get the first. Thomas, a big kid. As you can see him standing next to Milburn, he's good 6 inches taller than him. But not only that, he's big. And he usually gets a nice reach out there. Just him falling forward gives you 2 more yards. So it'll be a first down for the Bulldogs as they are out to their own 44-yard line. Milburn in the pistol. Brings Charles in motion, fakes it to Charles. Now he's going to roll left, and he's going to keep it himself. But he runs into Evan Percival and Chase Lang making the stop.
Doesn't get very far. Lang on the stop.
Well, 4 minutes to go in Logan. BYU and Utah State. Our score is there. Utah State over BYU 33-24. USU currently with the ball. It's 2nd down and 11 for Judge. As we're in the 4th and final quarter of this game, it gives to Thomas. Thomas trying to find something. And the Cougars, the Cougar crazies there. Defensive lineman, also Chase Lang in there. Vita Kufusi comes up limping just a little bit. He'll walk that one off. Cougars staying with a 4-man front here. From the pistol. That's Charles in motion, and Milburn fumbles it, and the Cougars diving in there. And they got it. I think that was Loney Latui that actually came up with it. Oh, Evan Percival, 52. Evan actually had it. Couldn't see who come out of there, but Evan Percival jumping in there as Milburn, again, you know, you feel bad because as you watch this again, this has happened all night. He fumbles it, hits him, and it bounces right back. Defenders pick that one up. What kind of game would it be if he'd been taking snaps all year long? This is his first game at quarterback, playing the pistol, you know, or from the pistol, and he's just taking those snaps. They bring him up, they take him out of under center to try and not get those fumbles, and instead they get a turnover now. Cougars, and having the same trouble. Labrum picks it up. He throws downfield. It's a Roar, and Roar making a nice catch with Bullion on his back. Bullion right on Roar's back, and he makes the catch. Labrum couldn't, that ball coming low, the snap low, couldn't pick it up, struggled with it. That's one of those things where it's like in your dreams and you're trying to run and you can't. As you see the defensive lineman breaking through, something like that. But a nice completion there to Roar, and a great catch, focused by Roar. Labrum in the gun, driving here on first down. They give to Miller around the left side. Miller breaks free. He's got a few yards. He's got a first down, and flags come flying.
Just past the first down marker.
Now I'm going to say either a illegal block or a face mask.
Tanner Jones pushed him out of bounds.
Cougars are marching back, so it looks like it's against the Cougars, but it'll be from the spot of the foul. So it is a hold from the spot of the foul. So not too bad of a penalty still. Of course, it takes away the big play by Miller, but hey, you're still looking at 1st and 5, so whatever. And it just keeps the clock running for the Cougars, which is what's important right now. Oh no, because they ran out of bounds, huh? 8:59 left to go. Yeah, you wish you wouldn't have ran out of bounds. That would have kept the clock going. As Labrum gonna roll right, looking downfield. A flag is thrown, and he gets thrown to the ground by Jones. That's probably gonna be holding against the Cougars, and that was usually what's expected here as you see him rolling out. Another penalty against the Cougars. This one's going to make it 1st and long. And the and judge is saying they want to decline the penalty, which will make it 2nd from where he was sacked. Oh my goodness, the officials trying to figure out where they placed it. We got an update out of Vernal. It's, let's see, trying to look at this as Uinta. Trying to see the score here. Was it 32-28? Is that our score there? 32-28, Uinta down, but currently with the ball. Little bubble screen there to Burchell, and Burchell breaks away. He keeps on his feet. He breaks away. I thought they had him by his jersey, and instead he keeps his feet pumping. We're gonna check that one out. We'll get you a replay of that one. That's gonna be a 1st down. No flags on the play, and that's always a plus. But just a little bubble screen as he comes underneath, makes the catch. He's got lead blockers out there, Chase Lang. Look at this, there's 53 holding on to him, and he breaks loose, keeps his legs moving, and he gets down inside the 10. They're gonna spot this one about the 9-yard line. As Labram's gonna keep it himself, and he's got some room. He's gonna get 6. So it'll be second and goal from the 4-yard line now. Second and goal. Cougars waiting for the play to come in. Dual receivers to both sides. Labram in the gun. There's the snap, and he's going to keep it again. This time, he gets in. Touchdown, Cougars. So with 7:31 left to go in the game, the Cougars go up 39-18, have a chance to add an extra point here. Now they'll go up by 22 points if the Lang can knock this one through. Neberker to hold. Neberker's done a great job. He had even on some of these snaps that have come in high, takes control, puts it down, and allows the Lang to get a good kick in timely manner. As Judge trying to get the offensive line to jump. This time, that one low. I guess I jinxed him. Neberker's done a great job, and just can't get a hold of that one. And so no good on the extra point. So our score, Cougars on top, 39-18. We got 7:31 left to go. We'll keep you right here. Quick thanks to all of our sponsors again. Can't mention them enough, as it's because of them that we can bring you this live coverage of high school sports here in the Basin. Sunbelt Rentals, Stickman, Savage Services, along with Moon Lake Electric, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Strata Networks, and L&L Motor. All proud sponsors of VTV6's live coverage of Uinta Basin's high school football. I love the fall. I love football. And it's a great game for the Cougars tonight. A fun one for the Cougars tonight as they're up big here against Judge Memorial. Now you got to feel for Judge too. I mean, coming in with a second string quarterback, a lot of fumbles, and that's been a huge, I guess, part of their issues tonight is a lot of those fumbles. As Miller will kick this. Back to receive, of course, Milburn and Dang. Milburn, this one's going to go to Dang about the 2-yard line. And he comes out. Crossing the 20. Did he get to the 20? Just barely. And Carter Winterton making the tackle there. So Judge Memorial will take over on their own about 21-yard line. It's like a foot past the 20. We'll call it the 21.
Bulldogs will now have a first and 10 on their own 21-yard line.
So we'll see what changes Judge Memorial has made. Again, just the snap to Milburn. That's where the troubles have been. As Milburn comes out in the pistol again. As he's got Thomas lined up behind him. Is this triple option? He brings Dang in motion, and how about that? Dang just takes the bobbled snap out of his hands and around the corner, and they pick up 5. Milburn again bobbling that snap, but Dang just came through. No problem. That's like it was meant to be. That's how we planned it.
Right on the 26-yard line.
Well, USU pick 6 and they're up 40-24 over BYU. There's your update. And it's Charles, and again, a bobbled snap. Milburn's going to pick it up, try to do something. It's Loney Latui that comes in with the big hit.
53 for the Cougars,
Loney Latui, our athlete of the week. One of our athletes of the week. Making the big hit there. And he's playing like it. We're going to give you a replay of that. I got a feel for Milburn. Bobbling snaps all night long. He's like, I'm not a quarterback. What am I doing here? It's going to be third and a bunch. Third and long. Brings Charles. Motion. Gives to Thomas. Thomas going to go around the right side. And it's Gage Roberts. Gage Roberts making a big stop there. And so that'll bring up fourth down, and Judge will go ahead and punt this one away. 5:45 left to go here in the game. Cougars just going to want to run this clock out. Labrum and Birchall will go back to receive. Guzman to punt.
Labrum and Birchall, they'll be back to receive this punt.
And we'll get you some updated scores. How about that? Some updated scores around the state. This punt maybe makes it to half midfield, right? Nope, it's going to stay in Bulldog territory. So the Cougars will come out, take over on offense. Some updates around the state. How about these scores? Grantsville, just a few minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to beat Carbon. 41-6 is our current score. Morgan is beating Emory 47-20. That's also in the fourth quarter. Our final in Manti, Juan Diego beats Manti 42-14. Richfield beats North Sanpete 29-0. I don't have an update on Juab and Summit Academy. Need to get one of those. And final, Bingham and Lone Peak. Bingham getting a big win there. 28-10 as Miller breaks free. He's got foot out there blocking, and Miller is gonna, no, he comes down just barely. We're gonna get a replay of that one. Miller, again, great blocking. Watch the line open up this hole here, and Miller just break free. He's got great acceleration. He's got great side to side, but no, we didn't quite see the line open up, but breaking free there and finally getting tacked down. Miller doesn't have great top speed, and so he will get caught, but he gets out there, and he's had run after run after run. Long runs, too, tonight. As Lincoln Labrum in the gun. Takes the snap, gives to Miller. Miller diving up the middle. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Cougars. 4:36 left to go, and the Cougars get another score on the board. It's 45-18. As Lang will come in to add the extra point. If you didn't hear me, let's see, I got an update on the Bingham Lone Peak game. And that was one of those games that kind of a game of the week in Utah, but Bingham beats Lone Peak big, 28-10. Again, that snap high, Nebeker able to bring it down, and Lang puts it through. It's good. We'll get back after this break.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And we're back. As Cougars, another score there. Miller getting in for the touchdown. Another updated score too for you. Altamont down to Milford, 41-6 in the fourth quarter as Miller kicks this one. This one clear back almost into the end zone as Milburn brings it out. He's across the 20, now close to the 20. Close to the 20, and that looks like that was Nate Footen on the tackle. And so Judge Memorial coming out on first down, starting at their own 20. As we've got a new quarterback. Trying to see what number that he is here. I think that's Bullion. Bullion actually at quarterback there. He gives to Thomas, and Thomas not going anywhere. Loss of one there as the Cougar crazies getting in there. Defensive line making huge moves. And so Bullion still in at quarterback here in the pistol. Brings a man in motion. That's Milburn in motion. And now downfield. And it's completed. A nice pass and catch. It looked like it was almost picked off, but the pass brought down by Maloney.
Jack Maloney. On the coverage, Nate Foot.
At Moon Lake Electric.
Chase Burchell also.
And so it'll be first down for the Bulldogs. Bullion in the pistol. He's going to bring Milburn in motion. He's going to roll right, going downfield. Pass intended for
number 7.
that is Tenga. Incomplete.
Actually 17.
So Judge Memorial deciding to go to Bullion. Bullion is one of their receivers, and he's one of their leading receivers. He gets downfield and makes big grabs. Of course, that's usually when Edgington's the quarterback. Milburn, of course, quarterback in tonight. Not your regular quarterback, more of a runner. And so now Bullion stepping in here at the QB position for the Bulldogs. Again in the pistol. Takes the snap. To Milburn. Lets Milburn do some work. Milburn going a lot of east to west, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Dropped by number 55, Kobe Gurr.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. As the clock continues to tick, we're going to be right at 3 minutes here left in the game, and the Cougars on top. Cougars going to come away with a win. They'll go 2-1 in region right now. They'll be facing Emory, the Spartans, next week. Here, it's going to be right here at home. In fact, game of the week right here on VTV, and so you can tune in to watch this as Chase Burchell coming in, almost making the pick. Lester, the intended receiver there for Bullion. I guess it's Bullion. How would you spell that? B-O-U-I-L-L-O-N. Is that bouillon? Kind of like chicken bouillon? The gravy? I don't. That's probably one of the most difficult things sometimes is announcing some of these high school player names. As Guzman, and here's another one. Guzman's actually got a hyphen. It's Tinoco Guzman. I don't even know how to say his first name. Josiel Guzman is going to kick this one out of bounds.
On the ground, flags down.
Now flags fly. We got to make sure we get the L in there. Flags fly. That's a tongue twister. Try that one at home. Final in Logan. It's USU over BYU 40-24. Go Aggies. Even though I guess I love the Cougars offensively, I'm not sure they've got it this year. Hey, they did put up 24 though on Utah State, so. Now, I'll tell you what, I've never seen that, so I don't even know what that flag is. Apparently you can't punt the ball from the ground. I'm just gonna go with that. Let me know if I'm wrong. Cougars are gonna take over on the own 1 yard line. Do you just down it here? I think you do. So now JV team coming in, and they're just going to bring in the JV team. We'll give them some varsity experience as Foot in at the gun. And now we got to jump on the Judge Memorial. Well, give them a foot. How about that? All righty, we're at the half-yard line. Why not? So again, it's Nate Foot there in the gun. As he gives to, and it looks like they're going to go in. I'll tell you what, I don't know who number 37 is.
Number 37 with the touchdown.
We don't have a name for number 37, I'm sorry. He's not on my roster, but he gets in. Touchdown for the Cougars again. Second string offense there. You know, what do you do? What do you do on the half-yard line? You take over on the half-yard line. 2 minutes left. You give your second string a chance as Lang will come in to kick the extra point. Neberkert to hold. This kick is up. It is good. So Cougars again will kick to Judge Memorial. This one getting out of hand fast. Let's see, how's the UNA game going? That one's got to be close to getting over, right? See if we can get an updated score there. Mountain View, UNA. I'm waiting to get you an updated score. I'll get it here in just a second. Again, it's 2 minutes left to go. Cougars are going to win this one 53-18 right now. They're up. The UNA game's over. Looks like the UNA game has ended. Trying to get an ending score for you. UNA was down, but I think they had the ball and were driving. Which I can get you an updated score. Also, Juab over Summit Academy right now. It was 13-7 last I saw in the fourth quarter. So a tough one there. Hey, I thought Juab was maybe down just a little bit as they graduated a lot of their players, really good players last year. And so it looked like Mountain View won that one 32-28. Jared Miller kicking this one out of bounds. And so Judge will take over on their own 35-yard line. Mountain View, 32, UNA 28. You losing a tough one in their homecoming, and you know what? Mountain View has some pretty decent playmakers in their quarterback. They got some running back. Noah Jensen was a running back. He's a beast, number 31. Suga Taraga, their quarterback. He had an opportunity to make a lot of stuff with his feet. Juab now up 19-7 against Summit Academy. A little update there out of Nephi. So I guess, and also a thanks to all of those that given me these updates, especially when I may not have the means necessarily to get them. Ryan, Dale on the one update there. Yes, thank you. As Bullion comes out in the pistol. Little confusion there on the Bulldogs. Milburn will now come in as the wing back there in the triple option. Bullion brings Milburn in motion. He's going to roll right. He's going to throw downfield. Incomplete. Not even close to Lester there.
Number 44, Hester.
Oh, and I got a number there. Number 37 for the Cougars that scored the last touchdown for the Cougars there from the half-yard mark. That was Hiram Morley. I'm guessing relation to Noah Morley, but I don't know. If you remember Cougars, Noah Morley, I think he has the Union Cougar state record or he did have the state record, I think, of the hurdles. There we go. Don't try and make me talk with track, I guess. Nice little completion there to Lester, and I think the Bulldogs will get a first down. And now Cougars are going to bring in some players that I don't have any of their numbers. Don't ask me. I think that number 9, I think that is Jack Peterson. That's all I've got.
Jace Liberton in.
25, that's Jackson Miller there playing line.
Brandon Kettle in.
So we got a lot of sophomores, maybe even some freshmen out there. As Bouillon in the pistol, he's going to go deep. Going deep to Lester, overthrows him. Incomplete pass. So it'll be second down now.
Number 65, Gabe Owen, the sophomore in.
And with 16 seconds, Judge. What do we got here? What was that signal by the official? You got me. They're going to run the clock. Let's see if Judge tries to get off another play. With 10 seconds. Bouillon takes the snap, gives it to Thomas, and Thomas is going to try and outrun the Union defense, and he does. He's going to take this one in, so Judge gets on the board right at the end for one last score. So Cougars going to win this one big, 53-24, as great night for the Cougars. Cougars, the big thing was they were able to establish that run game, and they were able to shut down Judge's, run game. Of course, Judge, the big thing was the fumbles. A lot of fumbles tonight on the from the quarterback, from the center to the quarterback. The snaps just a little bit over Milburn's head. Milburn struggling there, and it led to the Cougars defensively being able to shut them down. Offensively, they got the points on the board, and the Cougars get the win. Going 2-1. We're back here next week against Emory, right here Friday, 7 p.m. So join us then against Emory. And hey, thanks for listening. Have a great night.